I'm using Plasti Dip. It's chrome. I don't like the chrome. Kind of looks funny on the dark metallic, but it's pretty easy. All you really need to do is the Plasti Dip, some paper, some tape, some alcohol, and some Q-tips. And it's basically just taping up as close as you can. You don't have to worry about the insides. You spray the whole thing. You use toothpicks to pull out, and it'll pull out like a sheet of rubber. It comes off really clean. But the first step is, just make sure that you get, the lettering itself clean, the alcohol, get on the sides and stuff. And obviously wash your truck first before you do this. So this is a very easy process. Anybody can do this, and you can't mess it up, because if you do, you just peel it off. It's not actually paint. It's more like a rubber coating, plastic coating that you're putting on here. And it's pretty durable. I've done it on other cars before and blacked out the badging. It's lasted years. I've even done rims before. I wouldn't recommend it too much on the rims, because it takes a lot of upkeep. Every once in a while you have to take the wheel off and redo them, freshen them up to keep them looking good. I mean, if that's part of your process, like I said, I've done it before on a couple vehicles, and it's all right. But I'm not going to do it on this one. I'm just going to get different. If I don't like these rims, I'm going to get different rims. But it's basically, you have to do this in several coats. You can't put it on heavy. You have to do it light. Give it a couple minutes, let it dry. Come back, do it again, and you're gonna put like 5 or 6 coats on this. You have to get it from like every angle, and you can use a hair dryer too to speed it up. But basically just putting on like I guess what you would call like a tack coat, just to let it dry, let it get something on there for the other coats to stick to. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes. The thing with this is you can go too fast, but you can't go too slow. So take your time. Don't put it on too thick, because if you get a drip in it, you're not going to get it out. So it's best to just take your time and do 6, 7, however, At the most, you probably are only going to need is like 8 coats to get it on there and get it solid. But in between coats, it takes a couple minutes. You can speed up the process with a hair dryer. But it does dry pretty quick. It's almost like a primer. So it's getting darker. This is probably the 4th coat. And you want to do a spray from the top, a spray from the bottom. You want to do a spray running this way, you want to do a spray running this way, so that you can get all the little insides to all this stuff. But like I said, not too much, because that's about as much as you would want to put on at one time, and you'll see it starts to bubble a little bit. But when it dries, it'll flatten itself back out. But just be careful not to put too much on at one shot. Okay, I mean, if you want to do it even better than this, is get the blue tape. It's not so sticky. Some of this will leave a little bit of residue on the paint, which isn't hard to get off. You can just dab it with another piece of tape and it comes off. But if you really want to make it easier on yourself and you're buying all the materials, just get the blue painter's tape. It'll work a little better, and it's very easy to do. You're just covering up a big area. Okay, so this is how you start it before you put all the paper on. Just box out what you're trying to do. There is a little bit of a trick to taking this off. You kind of want to pull it away, but it usually breaks pretty clean around any edge. What you're trying to do is not have a piece of it grab and pull off of the actual lettering. So there's the finish. it makes the truck look so much better, I think. You can't screw this up. Don't be afraid to try this, you know, even if it's your first time, because it goes on easy, it comes off easy. So I did that side. Did the back here. And did that side.